down on how you could have used some confluences to catch a gold buy today. So the first confluence I had was the rejection of the previous week low, right? We can see that Tuesday price tested the level and we got a rejection from the level. So Tuesday price was unable to break the low. For me, that's a sign that the sellers are weak. They're not able to sell the market lower since price closed above that level, right? On the 4-hour time frame, I would have entered both these longs right here. So both these 4-hour candles, I would have caught the buys for these, right? And I'm gonna just show you that. So this is one of the trades here. Would have caught that. And then this is the second trade here. So this is the first one, and then this is the second one. But essentially, my idea was I'm waiting for a certain times to take my trades, right? So I'm not entering at any random time. I have to enter exactly when the new 4-hour candle opens. So once it's opened, I'm looking for some sort of a manipulation. I'm looking for a price to essentially create a lower wick before continuing the buy, and it's the same thing here. So I'm looking for price to create a lower wick before continuing the buy. So that's essentially what I am looking, and that's my bullish bias. So it would be vice versa, and if it was a different, if it was a sell, setup, right? So the first thing I noticed was price pushed down, and we were getting some breaker structure here above the highs, and my indicator that I have, right? One of my friends created, right? This indicator basically gives you a signal that the market is overall in a bullish direction. So recognizing that, I went down on like the 1 minute time frame, and so this will be the first entry that I took once the 5 o'clock candle, 4 o'clock candle would have opened, right? I guess my MetaTrader just logged in, so that's good. All right, so I'm gonna just show you. So if you look, okay. So if you look, I would have recognized that price was basically breaking above these highs here. I was in this sell position. Basically got stopped out break even, and I re-entered the buy because price was now breaking back above this 4-hour zone here on the 1 minute time frame. Took the buy all the way up to this level here. All right. So that's the first buy. No, so this is actually the first buy. Yeah, well, if you can see it, this is good problems to have, right? Mixing up which trade is which. But yeah, I was essentially in a sell on this position here. I recognize that price was breaking above the 4-hour opening price. So I rejected it was above the 4-hour opening price. Took the entry up to here. That this was within the around 5 a.m. So if you're using UTC4, this is the 5 o'clock, 5 a.m., 4 o'clock open. And then it's the same logic here. So essentially what I'm looking for when it comes to my trades, because everyone is going to have different entry criteria that they use, right? But the system is this. If price is truly bullish, we're expecting for the 4-hour candle at least to be bullish. But the 4-hour candle only shows it. The 4-hour candle has different characteristics, just like all that. Has the same characteristics. That's the thing. It has the same characteristics as all other candles, right? Because time frame is fractal. It's the same on every time frame. So if you can recognize that once a price is pushing in a certain direction, what it does, it creates top wicks that gets respected within the market, right? And it's the opposite for buys. So 4-hour open created this bottom wick, pushed up. 4-hour open created this bottom wick, pushed up. 4-hour open created this bottom wick, pushed up. Your goal is to try to enter where these 4-hour candles open, right? You're waiting for the candle to open, and then look at this. It opened, created a wick rejection, rejected the monthly opening price, essentially started to push back above it, And me recognizing that price was pushing back above this level, right, is what I would have used to essentially enter the buy. Right, because you can see I was in the sales here. Right, okay. I wasn't committed to the sales because I was already bullish with the indicator and stuff. So essentially I just switched to the buys, took the trade, pushed up, or I ran into some previous days highs. Yeah, so one approach that you can use is to just understand how the opening price works, right? Price is gonna create some sort of wick in the opposite direction and then run in the direction that it intends to trade for the day. It's the same thing with the daily candle. It would have created this lower wick, pushed back up, closed bullish. Weekly. So it happens on all time frames, right? But yeah, this is essentially how I approach the market. It allowed me to catch these two big moves here. I'm gonna just switch to time. Let's see. But yeah, this would be the first buy, and then this is the second buy. So I took some L's after that. All right, but it's all a part of the game.